Northern Michigan is famous for its lighthouses, and in this video, me and my buddy Chase explored the Upper Peninsula to check out 6 historic lighthouses. Along the way, we visited a few marinas, hiked to an overlook on Lake Michigan, and found some super quirky things while driving.
It's $85,000.
The weather threw a little bit of everything at us, but toward the end of the trip, we finally got the light we were hoping for. Let's get into it. We're going to Point Betsy Lighthouse. I called it Fort Betsy earlier. Not right. Point Betsy. And yeah, it's been a pretty drive so far. We are, I guess, would you consider this like, is this Northern Michigan? Okay, well, Northern Michigan, and we're like, I guess like maybe 13 minutes out now for Point Betsy Lighthouse. So yeah, we'll be there soon.
You gotta put
Not quite.
2 quarters in.
Oh, it wants 2 quarters.
It does want 2 quarters.
Bro, who carries quarters? I told Chase I'm gonna take this post out in post. Get it? Dad jokes are all I got, so I'm sorry, guys. I really like this scene. I was trying to figure out how to frame this house, a little building here to the right with the red building there, because they're really nice together, but this road over here just felt like it's just calling too much attention to itself. So trying to just get a little lower, and all of a sudden that road doesn't call too much attention to itself anymore.
We'll see.
You guys, I can feel it. I'm gonna get sand. Gonna get sand in the shoes. Oh, there we go. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. I think my socks is wet. All right, here we go. Let's see if this rock was worth it. Ooh, that one wasn't too bad. We got like a handful out of there. It wasn't great, but frick, when my shoes wet. Looking good, looking good. After this, we went to a place called Fishtown. Not the kind of place you'd expect to be all that nice based on the name, but it was super fun to explore. Plus, we had beautiful light that evening, if not a little hazy. You know, I feel like the hardest part when shooting in locations like this is just trying to find clean compositions. There's so many lines and shapes and reflections, and so it can be difficult, I think, to create something that feels clean and neat and not too busy and like you're not sure what the subject is or what you're supposed to be looking at. I think that's kind of one of the challenges here, but you know, it's kind of like a big puzzle, honestly. Like you're kind of just looking for those little slices of composition, you know, in the midst of the craziness. You're trying to just bring order to it almost. I think that's kind of one of my favorite parts about shooting here. You're kind of like on the hunt in some ways. All right, well, we're done hanging with the boaties.
But it's true.
Walking out of the bougie dock, and this is the first thing that I photograph. Like, I'm coming from photographing these like $1 million boats out there, and I look at Chase and I'm like, oh, that looks sick. And it's just like the back of this restaurant.
Look at this. It's ridiculous.
It is day 2 of Photo Boys trip here in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. And I went for a run this morning, and Chase went for a bike ride. Today, I think we're gonna hit Empire Bluffs. Come this evening, we're gonna go to the Grand Traverse Lighthouse. All right, well, we'll see ya. We grabbed coffee at the start of the day and headed for North Bar Lake, but came across something I did not expect to find on this trip. This thing is huge. $85,000 for this thing. We're near Empire, Michigan, so if you want an $85,000 metal T-Rex, if you're in the market, it's here. All right, so we're hiking to Empire Bluffs.
No, North Bar Lake.
I lied. North Bar Lake. That's
okay.
where we're at.
North Bar Lake is, you can see it right there.
Hands down, this is gonna be some of my best work this trip. We stopped by one of Chase's favorite spots for lunch before hitting Empire Bluffs. We needed to kill some time to let the coming rain pass anyway.
I haven't felt the sun or the blowing of the wind. Don't know where it goes. Haven't heard where she's been to be happy. Stay strong to feel love, to be known.
At this point, we had about an hour drive north ahead of us to get to the Grand Traverse Lighthouse before it closed, so we started making our way back down the trail.
I haven't read a book without skipping a page. I don't.
So we made it to Grand Traverse Lighthouse, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Growing up in Western North Carolina, I never really got the chance to see many lighthouses. I mean, there's some on the coast of North Carolina, but it just wasn't a thing that I really saw growing up. And so it's really cool getting to go around Michigan and see these and be right on the coast. It's such a beautiful scene here. I'm excited to get some photos here. We'll see how it looks.
I haven't felt the stars, I haven't seen the moon. I wrote them all in song so I could sing for you to be happy, to stay strong, to feel love, to be known.
The property around the Grand Traverse Lighthouse gave us a lot of variety to shoot. The light was a bit harsh for most of the photos, but I'm still happy with what I got here. I'm sure this place at sunset would have looked incredible though. Ah, yes. The pioneers used to shoot these babies for miles. Had to put quarters in first though. We wrapped up our time at the Grand Traverse Lighthouse and started the drive back to our Airbnb, but saw something we just had to pull over for. You guys, Chase and I found Oline. Who is Oline, you might ask? We don't know. But she's here, and she's big. We got back to the Airbnb just a little bit ago and kind of mapping out the route for tomorrow. We're going to go to Charlevoix Lighthouse tomorrow. And then from there, I think we're going to try to go to Old Mackinac Point Lighthouse. Probably see the bridge there as well. Go to Bridgeview Park. And then we're going to go a little bit more north to the UP, a little bit past St. Ignace. And we're going to go up to a place called Iroquois. I think it was Iroquois Lighthouse. That's what we're going to hit, I think. Yeah, I think we've got a solid plan. Naturally, as soon as we got to the Charlevoix Lighthouse, the rain and wind picked up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I got some of my favorite shots of the trip here, though. Something about the red of the lighthouse and the blue of the water here just hits for me. It's really starting to come down, so I think we're probably gonna just grab a few shots and then hit the road, because this is After that, we made our way to the Old Mackinac Point Lighthouse. It's just beside the Mackinac Bridge, so we got some photos of that here too. The weather was pretty gray, so I tried to lean into that in the edits. We didn't know it yet, but the sun would come out that evening and I'd get some of my favorite shots of the trip here. Yeah, we might call it. It's a little gray. We're getting what we can, but just not as interesting as maybe if we had some more direct light. Maybe just spend a few more minutes here. Next stop was Point Iroquois Lighthouse, which was way up north in the Upper Peninsula. Right, we made it to Point Iroquois, and it looks great. Oh yeah, here we go. Trying to see if we can find a good angle here for a few shots. I'm really digging the white and the red against the green. The color balance looks really nice together. I think it's gonna make for some really good shots. I do wish we had a little bit more light, but you know, we kind of knew it was gonna be a cloudy day, so it's what we signed up for, or at least it's what we expected at least. But I'm excited to explore here, get some shots. Looks great. Hands down, this is the windiest it's been so far. He says it's not that bad. I don't believe him. This shot better be worth it. It was fine. What do you think? We stayed just a bit longer before heading back to Mackinac City for the night. Those look great.
Let's go.
Chase said while I was in Michigan, I had to experience Culver's. I'd never heard of this place. Have you guys been here before? All right, so we got us a cheap place to bed down for the night. We're actually right across from the park that we were at earlier. So Chase and I are walking over to just see if the light gets good. It's just about 8:30 right now. The sun will set probably in about an hour, so we'll see what we can get in the meantime.
I left the hall light on in case you come back home. I sent a text that I was wrong.
You guys, this light is something else. I'm gonna see if I can get some photos in before I leave.
Why won't you come back home? I've been sleeping with the light.
The light's getting really, really good right now. I came back because I wanted to see if I had a little bit more detail in the sky from this angle I was trying to get earlier, and we definitely do.
The dark feels heavier without you.
It was so good to finally get some proper light on the trip. After getting our fill of the sunset, we bedded down in what I think is the nicest looking Super 8 I'd ever been to. Bummer it wasn't the best smelling Super 8 I'd ever been to.
Won't you come back?
The next day we took a ferry to Mackinac Island and spent the day exploring there. Keep an eye out for that video soon, but on our way off the island that day, we photographed the 6th and final lighthouse of the trip, Round Island Lighthouse.
Stars fell out, the moon turned gray, the wind keeps.
There's so many more images that I just couldn't fit into this video, so check out the link in the description to see the full blog post on my website. We had great weather exploring Mackinac Island, so I'm super excited to show you guys some of those photos soon. Let me know in the comments if you've been there before, but until then, I'll see you next time.